This is IGN. Better at all of the things its predecessor was good at, with water attractions alone being enough reason to dive in. This is your IGN review of Planet Coaster 2 by Leanna Hafer. When we already have a theme park simulator as good as Planet Coaster, it can be tricky to imagine what a sequel might add. In Planet Coaster 2, most of the time does feel pretty similar to the first one. That isn't necessarily a bad thing since I really like the original. Adding water rides is exciting and refreshing, and even deeper visual customization is downright impressive, while equally daunting in how the options are presented. But this is still much more of a park decorating sim than a park management one. Where the recent Frontier games with Planet Coaster and Planet Zoo have really excelled is in the nearly ridiculous amount of visual customization options available. Hundreds of modular pieces that can be recolored, resized, rotated, and overlapped allow you to create just about anything you can imagine. The terrain editor is more powerful than ever here, and the tools for carving my dreams into the landscape are pretty intuitive. It does feel a bit like being thrown into the deep end, though. I get decision paralysis from the sheer amount of choice and risk getting bogged down in making each little decoration perfect. Staff management is still mostly hands-off, with some nice new quality of life features like being able to select from 3 different preset pay levels instead of typing in the numbers yourself. The annoying thing this time is that unless I was entirely missing some core feature, the ride maintenance system seems to be broken currently. No matter how many mechanics I hired, at one point I had 1 per ride plus a couple extra to cover breaks, I was constantly getting notifications about rides being in poor condition or breaking down. Once they had broken down, my staff was pretty quick to address the issue, but I'm not sure what they were doing the rest of the time. Am I supposed to manually dispatch them every time a ride drops below a certain repair level? Because they don't seem to pay attention to that until it's too late. Thankfully, the sandbox mode is still the star of the show for me, presenting a beautiful canvas on which to realize almost anything I can dream up. The underwhelming management layer doesn't detract from the joy of laying out everything with ease and total freedom, building whole attractions from scratch, and getting to ride my custom coasters in glorious first person. All of the reasons I already loved the first Planet Coaster are not only alive and well here, they have all been improved in some way. So if I sound a bit down on this sequel, it's only because I don't feel the need to go back over every single thing that was already great about this series, but you can check out my review of the first Planet Coaster for a refresher. There's also a career mode that features a handful of increasingly complex scenarios and challenges to master. It does an okay job of introducing some new concepts like those water rides, but I still think it's missing some major steps to onboard someone who might be new to the series. Also, the dialogue is just, ugh. I think I would rather listen to cats dancing on stainless steel sheeting than these painful little skits that wouldn't pass muster in most modern children's cartoons. Planet Coaster 2 is even better at all of the things its predecessor was good at. It's a detailer's dream, with a colossal variety of rides, scenery, terrain tools, and sometimes terrifyingly vast options for customization. It's also bad at more or less all of the things the last one was bad at, though, as it still fails to make the financial side of running a park or even staff management challenging or enjoyable. But the addition of water attractions alone is enough reason to dive in, even if you have hundreds of hours sunk into the first Planet Coaster. All told, it's the best sim of its type your money can buy. Planet Coaster 2's IGN score? 8. Thanks for listening to IGN. My name is Tony Jackson, and for the latest Planet Coaster updates, visit us at IGN.com.
Spoken Layer.